Hollow Knight follows the story of a creature's journey in a world long past its prime. I think there are many people that would agree with me in saying it's one of the best games ever made. 7 years later, Team Cherry would release Silksong, which caused me to revisit Hollow Knight and try to put to words the deeper charm behind the game. Instead of going over how good the airtight controls or boss mechanics are, I want to talk about the art direction Team Cherry took when mapping out the Hollow Nest and how it could affect the player's experience. At face value, we see an underground ecosystem with wrought iron ornamentals. Incorporating the natural world with a modern take on medieval architecture was widely prevalent during the Gothic revival. A movement born from an era with a flair for the dramatic, Romanticism valued emotion, nature, and importantly individuality, to the point of prioritizing the artist's unique, individual imagination above rigid conventions. The romantic motifs that embody Hollow Knight's art style are reflected into the gameplay, not only within the encounters but also within the game's principles itself. When you forge your own path or find your own way of approaching things, then it feels like it's much more your own type of adventure, your own stories. If they get into an area early, just because they happen to hug up against a wall when they're swimming or something, and it's a whole new area, then as they explore that area, it takes on a completely different tone, because they're not sure if they're meant to be there. In Hollow Knight, exploration itself is an act of emancipation. The game does this by refusing to take the lead and rely on conventional cues to guide you. It pushes the player into being more vigilant, and when you're more careful while navigating the caverns, you're more invested. Now, Ari Gibson and William Pellin believe when a game starts getting too consistent, it's easy to disengage. They wanted players to divert from any kind of unambiguous path and figure out the world for themselves. Many of the areas aren't the next step. They're more a reward for discovering a way in yourself. If we're able to wander, lost, aching to find the respite of a save point, only to break a wall and find a 50-meter plummet into an entirely different environment, that's when you break that feeling of feeling artificial. And the immersion that follows is utterly consuming. Beneath the surface, I think Hollow Knight has a lot more dialectics than an immersive discovery existing from a deeper uncertainty. So maybe one day I'll get around to making more analysis on the game. That's about all I have for today though, so have a happy Halloween.